Rob Dillingham, an early bucket in transition, and that's dangerous for a guy like Rob. But he gets going early with an easy one. It doesn't take much to start a fire.
A.J. Griffin comes right back to tie it for the Rockets.
Defense, because Rob Dillingham knows as an undersized guard, that's going to be a key part of his game and a key way for him to get onto the floor as long as he's not a liability. We both know, all of us,
but that's always a call. When you're a bigger guy, I'm not going to call mine out a big because he's not a big, but a bigger guy, when you rip a guard and go down and dunk it, you get extra points for that.
Tremendous bounce pass there by Reed Sheppard to get the bucket inside. Timberwolves just 8 of 20 from the floor, but they've got an 8-point advantage because the Rockets are 4 for 12. Make that 5 for 13.
Miles with the mid-range pull-up. He's had a great career at TCU. He plays that. Even though he's playing fast, everything is under control.
Samuels dials one in on the assist from Reed Sheppard.
It's almost difficult to watch any Villanova player.
Quarter and into the quarter on an 8-0 run.
And these young men for the Timberwolves have gotten the message to get on the floor. You're going to have to defend. That is why the reason why the Minnesota Timberwolves were the #1.
The ESPN2 with the Trailblazers and the Hornets at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. Nice drive there by Williams.
Here's Summer League Most Valuable Player Cam Whitmore, who was with them in those first 3 games, who gave him that security blanket on the side. Now much more of a playmaking responsibility on Reed's shoulder.
And he comes right back and knocks down. Nix has been in his face the entire game. Sheppard again, this time off the drive.
But that's the thing. At the point guard position, when you find someone that's going to continue to pressure you, the only way to relieve that pressure is to go by them. Because Daishen Nix is not going to allow Reed Sheppard to run the offense. We've seen that already throughout this game. So now Reed understands I'm going to have to just blow by him and be aggressive, because that's the only way you can loosen that pressure for a guy that can handle the basketball the way Daishen Nix has done here throughout this game. That's what this level is. You got to be vocal. You get an opportunity to see guys. And it used to be just the point guard that really had to be a guy that's talking. Now it's got to be everyone. It's got to be your big man who commands the defense from behind everyone. As N'Faly Dante comes with the tip on. But that's the thing. It's hard to play this game at any point.
Williams on the take and one. Direct pass to the post. Spins on Nix, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play.
Interesting seeing the difference in the matchup. Daishen Nix guarding Williams on this possession. We've seen Nix spending the majority of his time this game on Reed Sheppard. And would say
one of those guys you can just throw out on the court and he just makes stuff happen. As does his teammate. And you know what? I'm going to tell you about Nate Williams when we come back from break. How about that, gentlemen?
Fair enough. 7-0 run here by the Rockets. They've tied the game early part of the third quarter.
Should be moved back?
Absolutely.
Why?
Just because of the proficiency of guys making it. Like, back in the day, a 3-point shot was a risk. It was risk reward. The way the game has evolved now, anybody can make one.
Okay. My man Trevor Kill stepping up, knocking down one.
So I just think it needs to be more of a Joe Mazzulla. It was a Celtics conversation, and Billy's like, yo, man, what are you doing?
Right.
You literally said, point differential, remember this? He's like, okay. And then Billy understood.
Yeah. Kira Lewis stepping up, knocking down to 3.
To Robinson. The Rockets come away with the bucket, Dillingham. Sheppard, baseline pull-up. Jumper so pure.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that he went to the mid-range pull-up in comparison to a floater. I'm not a fan of floaters. I know, of course, a lot of people.
Oh, don't you start.
Oh, wait a minute.
3 against Kentucky.
It was a thing, okay. I didn't know.
Say what, that rivalry.
And then Rick Pitino eventually ends up going to Louisville. That was a huge shock to the Commonwealth. Wins a national championship there with the Cardinals. Those two teams, you know,
Back-to-back years.
Yeah,
Do you
Timberwolves played it.
remember the name of the player for Kentucky that my guy Christian Laettner accidentally stepped on his chest?
One, it wasn't an accident. And Aminu Timberlake was a friend of mine. And I'm just mad Aminu didn't get up and fight him. But that's the Kentucky.
That it was on Edwards. There was a foul. But I thought the original call was on Nick. I'm arguing Dave Freed again. And I understand what Dave is saying is from the standpoint that the foul would have had to have been called on Edwards. Improved each and every year at a major point. All ACC performer his last year at Syracuse before moving on to West Virginia to finish his college career. But no match there on the interior. Got to have the highest point differential possible.
Reed Shepherd with the steal and the dunk. He started 1 for 7. Since then, Timberwolves keep their playoff hopes alive with a 10-point win over the Rockets. 4 players in double digits, led the way by Miller with 21, 16 by Nix, and 15 apiece by Dillingham and Minot.